The Florida Governor's Executive Order, right in front of me, Section 3 states, "The Florida Commissioner of Education shall pursue all legal means available to ensure school districts adhere to Florida law, including but not limited to withholding state funds from non-compliant school boards, violating any rules or actions taken pursuant to Section 1." Now, this is telling us, you said before, that this is saying that the executive order does not require school boards to do anything. This indeed tells us that we are required to follow the rules of the agencies in Section 1. So when I go to Section 1 reads, "I hereby direct the Florida Department of Health and Florida Department of Education to work together," that's for them, "to immediately execute rules pursuant to Section 120.54 Florida statutes and take additional agency action necessary." And of course, it says, A, do not violate Floridians' constitutional freedoms. B, do not violate the parent's right under Florida law to make healthcare decisions for their minor children. And C, protect children with disabilities or health conditions who would be harmed by certain protocols, such as face mask requirements. So as far as I'm concerned, this executive order very clearly states that it's our responsibility to make sure that we are obeying to what has been written in here in collaboration with the Department of Health and that rule that came out. On April 27th, the superintendent and Mr. Barefoot received a letter from Richard Conquerin, and the first paragraph, very clearly, this letter is sent to express my grave concern regarding the district's response to the recently adopted emergency rule 64 DER 21-12 from the Florida Department of Health. This rule, issued on August 6, 2021 by the Florida Surgeon General, Dr. Scott Rivkees, explicitly requires that any mandated mask policy imposed by a district or school must allow for a parent or legal guardian of that student to opt out the student from wearing a face covering or a mask. That was a quote, end quote. The emergency rule does not require parents to submit medical documentation in order to opt out. The letter goes on, but I'll stop there. So Mrs. Berenberg, I absolutely appreciate you trying to get, this to pass. I get it, but this is why I'm saying no.
And the main motion was Dr. Schiff's motion.
No.
No, it's been.
As amended.
Been amended.
As amended.
So it's K8
right.
implements the tiered
All
approach
right.
on Monday, the 9th.
All right, all in
September 20.
favor of that motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed?
No. No.
All right, the vote carries 3-2.